been as high as number 6 in the world, Jorgic. Silver medal in the 2022 European Championships in singles as well. A really impressive effort, and today he opens things up for Saarbrücken table tennis against Kim Taehyun of South Korea. The two players will just get themselves warmed up for a few minutes. Kim Taehyun in the blue of Postsportverein Mühlhausen today. There's a look at the stats for Darko Jorgic, currently world ranked number 9, the right-hander. Match up against a left-hander today in Kim Taehyun of the Korea Republic. Could make this an interesting tactical encounter in game 1 of the second leg of this ETTU Men's Champions League semi-final. Plenty of drama to be expected. It is a lot to ask, in fairness, of Postsportverein Mühlhausen after the 3-1 defeat in leg 1. They'll need pretty much a clean sweep to take this one. Doesn't look all that likely against this excellent Saarbrücken side, but the joy of this sport is that you just never know. Anything's possible. If Taehyun Kim can get his team into this clash with a good start, they will very soon begin to believe that anything's possible here. Postsportverein Mühlhausen, they'll be coming into this knowing that they're certainly up against it, but they're far from out of it right now. The 3-1 defeat was not what they needed. But other than that, they do have a history to look back on, a recent history against Saarbrücken. Mühlhausen did get a 3-1 win against Saarbrücken in the German Bundesliga as recently as near the end of January. Since then, though, Saarbrücken have won 4 on the bounce in terms of their games, including winning the first leg of this clash. And now it comes down to this. Game 1, Jorgic against Jorgic finding his comfort zone immediately. Taehyun Kim aimed for the elbow, but Jorgic was ready. High service action and that explosive backhand. It was good length from Kim Taehyun. Nothing to criticise there, but it was batted away perfectly by Darko Jorgic. 2-love, love 2. Went for that same explosive backhand, the world number 9, but he'll take some stopping right now. That time, the first time, Jorgic's backhand breaks down into the net, and Postsportverein Mühlhausen are on the board with Kim Taehyun. Jorgic on serve in the first set here at 3-1. A good start for Saarbrücken. Good play for his forced back, adjusted his footwork well, just kept on providing the answers. Miscue there on the left-handed forehand of Kim Taehyun. It is important as well for Saarbrücken to just lead from the front here and get rid of any lingering hopes of a comeback from Mühlhausen. Side spin on the serve there. Very, very high toss. Managed to generate a lot of lateral spin. Goes for the same again, and the defensive Jorgic was good, but it wasn't quite good enough. Kim Taehyun working at Jorgic, going to both sides, but eventually beaten. We're back level at 4. Wild forehand. Couldn't get over the top of it. Get enough on that loop forehand. Pushed it long. Saarbrücken edging ahead again at 5-4. First real shouts and exclamation of the day, and it's from Postsportverein Mühlhausen. Kim Taehyun holding his own here in the early stages, levels at 5-all. We've got a very good first set on our hands here. Right into the elbow there of Kim Taehyun. Perfect line on it from Darko Jorgic. Gave Taehyun problems. He dealt with the first one expertly, the young Korean, but couldn't do it twice in a row. Into the net on the backhand. We saw a bit of delicate short play just opening up in the rallies before. It's not all about the explosive power, it's about using it at the right time for these two players. 7-5 Saarbrücken right now. Just clipping the back of the table there. Kim Taehyun, a little bit fortunate. Held his hand up, but he's happy to have that point. Goes wide. Has a look of anguish on his face as well. The Postsportverein Mühlhausen player. Had the rally. He wanted it. Trying to mix up the serve variations there and worked the rally well towards the forehand of Darko Jorgic. Not that that's a particular weak spot of Jorgic, of course, but Kim Taehyun wore him down a little bit in that last rally. Just wiping a little bit of sweat off the table. I'll take that one again at 7-8. Kim Taehyun serving for Mühlhausen. And went down the short side of the table. Got to be able to do that at this level. Well, Jorgic moved a little bit early. Taehyun saw the gap and played for it. So for the first time, Postsportverein Mühlhausen move ahead. 9-8, Kim Taehyun. The young man from the Korea Republic doing a great job right now, hanging on in there in set one. Can he find himself with a game point? And he can. Mistake on serve, Darko Jorgic. Feeling a little bit of pressure in set one here. That's perhaps not what we expected to see. 10-8 in favour of Postsportverein Mühlhausen and Kim Taehyun. Chance to seal set one here on serve for Postsportverein Mühlhausen. And he can do it as well. Coped with the short shot. It was just chopped over the net from Darko Jorgic. It was a nice idea. Getting forward over the table. Was able to just drive it across onto the backhand of Jorgic and sealed the point. And with it, the first set. 11-8. Darko Jorgic might feel that that one just slipped through his fingers somewhat. Looked to be in a good position for large parts of the first set. That's what's made it an exciting encounter so far. Taehyun Kim of the Korea Republic edging ahead and edging Mühlhausen into an early lead here, and they do need a big win if they're to book themselves a place in the ETTU Men's Champions League final. Still looks like a massive ask at this moment, but that's the start that they wanted, the start that they needed, really. Taehyun Kim getting off on the front foot. putting himself in a decent position to upset Darko Jorgic here. 1 set to love in favour of Mühlhausen and Kim Taehyun. Again, getting the lateral spin on the serve, but that time going long. That was well played. Rolling himself very well at the moment, the youngster. Two young players, really, certainly in the younger generations of table tennis stars right now. Darko Jorgic, only 24 years of age, the Slovenian. He's got such a great CV already. Jorgic, 2022 European Championship singles runner-up. Winner in the Euro Top 16 singles in Montreux, beating Truls Murregård. Tried to block that one back. Didn't even risk the push block there. He knew that there was too much on it. Couldn't steer it back onto the table. Kim Taehyun back at 2-3. There's just finding the placement to push back Kim Taehyun. He's happy playing from that far behind the table, of course. But again, when you're not where you want to be, Kim Taehyun having to try and anticipate that. Having to use his feet well, but couldn't hold on. Kim Taehyun just catching it and giving up on it. That shows how much he was wrong-footed by that. Almost tried to with the hand without the racket. Dropped short on the defensive slice shot as well, and now a 6-2 lead, 2-6 with Kim Taehyun serving. Saarbrücken fighting back with Jorgic in set 2 here. 5-point lead now. There were leads opened up by Jorgic in set 1, but Kim Taehyun did a great job of closing those down, but he's got a lot of ground to cover here now. Might be too late already in set 2. And that won't help him. Costly serve error from Jorgic helped turn the first set in the direction of Postsportverein Mühlhausen, but there. Just too quick. Eyes him there, Jorgic, with the flick of the wrist. Now playing from much lower down. Let that one come way below the table edge. Tight back up and over the net. It's 2-10. Can't take the second set at the first opportunity, but still, you'd very much expect this one to be levelled up at 1-all in just a few moments' time. Short to play there. Taehyun holding on for now, brings it back to 4-10, 10-4 with Darko Jorgic to serve. And there he goes long. Kim Taehyun trying to immediately go for the high-risk approach of winning it. Went for the big forehand, the power, trying to play positively to dig his way out of the huge hole that he found himself in at 2-10. Got it back to 4, but 11-4. A comfortable win in set 2 for Darko Jorgic. Saarbrücken are back on level terms, 1-all, having won more points as well. Yet again, worth mentioning that 3-1 victory in the first leg puts Saarbrücken into a really good position, a very strong position as we start off this Men's Champions League semi-final second leg. Jorgic, winner over Ovidiu Ionescu. Last time out in the first leg. Patrick Franziska victorious against Daniel Haberson in 3 sets as well. It was only Stefan Mengel who managed to get a point on the board, or a game on the board, for Postsportverein Mühlhausen in that first leg. He defeated Cedric Neutink. And then Patrick Francisca saw the job off as well with a 3-1 victory over Ionescu. Great across the court there. Got his angles just right. Got over it as well. Advantage is gone as quick as that. 1-1 in the third. Jorgic getting a little frustrated there. Felt that there might be something up with the ball, but the high toss and the very moment. Forehand battle. Punishing onto the backhand of Jorgic. That's the interesting matchup between a left-hander and a right-hander. Trading different strokes there, but Kim Taehyun in control. Takes the point for 3-1, 1-3. And again, same combination. The Taehyun forehand onto the Jorgic backhand. Seemed to be working well for Jorgic at the beginning of set 1. Right now, Kim Taehyun moving out into a lead in set 3. Can he keep up this momentum? He can. Just going for it. Trying to avoid the counter threat by placing powerful strokes, pushing those drive shots and the loop shots right to the back of the table. No! 5-1 becomes 6-1. Just as the last set seemed to be heading Saarbrücken's way early on, this one sees Postsportverein Mühlhausen open up a commanding lead after 7 points. Kim Taehyun. That time the shorter strokes. First time we've seen that change of pace for a little while. It was a slower rally with nobody really taking the initiative. Kim Taehyun came up short. 2-6 now. Comeback to Darko Jorgic. Working that one nicely. So much lateral spin on his serves as well. 15-minute break and a half-time pause for a change of settings and tactics. These players can do it on the fly, and they do so constantly. Jorgic serving at 3-6 in set 3. Big forehand from the left hand of Kim Taehyun. I said winning one of the next few points would be crucial. Just read side spin that time, took it out towards the edge of the table, but stayed in the wheelhouse of Kim Taehyun, and he powered it away on the forehand. You can get a good look there at the penhold grip of Kim Taehyun. That's what helps make him such a powerful player on serve. Quick as you like. Rattles through his 2 serves and opens up a 9-3 advantage in set 3. How often for Mühlhausen? Oh, it's just blocked back. Caught out Darko Jorgic there. Didn't expect it to come straight back to that side. Didn't get the same angle on it this time. Kim Taehyun put it away wide. Still in a very strong position at 10-4. Can he match what Jorgic managed in the last set and take this 11-4? Into the net. Just had to reach forward on the move there. Should have been a comfortable one, but tried to just drop the ball just over the net. Didn't quite get it right. 10-5 off the net and a 5. Postsportverein Mühlhausen do indeed edge back in front at 2-1. The first set was the only real one so far. Since then, it's been a one-sided affair. Just to sum up the beauty of this sport, it's been a one-sided affair. in both teams' favour, if you catch my drift. Heavy win in set 2 for Darko Jorgic, and then suddenly that's completely turned on its head by the table tennis of Kim Taehyun. The 19-year-old from the Korea Republic gets back in front, taking set 3, 11 points to 5. Momentum shifting like a pendulum here. That's what makes these games so exciting. You never know who's going to come out. So far, whoever's got the early advantage and just taken the set by the scruff of the neck, they've gone on to win it. It was only in the first set, really, that Taehyun Kim was a little bit on the back foot in the very opening exchanges. By the middle of set 1, he'd hung on and stayed close. Ended up edging ahead right at the business end of set 1, and then, as I said, set 2 and 3, they've both been one-sided. What will we get this time in set 4? Kim Taehyun, one away from the victory. Starts off with a nice easy point, and Darko Jorgic isn't happy. Points gone the wrong way on the judges' scoreboard. Kim Taehyun having to remind him. You don't see that all too often. Well, the eagle eyes of Kim Taehyun spotted that the scoreboard was incorrect. He wanted the point credited to him. Next one goes the way of Jorgic anyway. Applause from the home crowd in Saarbrücken. Backhand flick from Kim Taehyun. Doesn't find the table. He knows that was a big point. Maybe still very early days, but as I said, whoever's edged out in front in the beginning of the last couple of sets has ended up holding that advantage and moving away with it. So 3-1 would have looked rather dangerous, but 2-2 right in there still, Kim Taehyun. Long from Jorgic, not quite finding himself well set at the moment. Jorgic looks to be a little troubled in this game. Credit must go to Kim Taehyun for not allowing him to settle, but Jorgic not quite looking steady right now. Big net cord, but takes it away. Try to really open up on the forehand. We'll have a look at the wind up. Almost got the racket back to the floor there as he wound up. Left-handed forehand, Kim Taehyun swept his leg out of the way. Allowed him to generate maximum power with the body. And that's what meant the net cord was easily enough to take it well out. 3-3. Let on the serve. Misjudgment from the Postsportverein Mühlhausen player. Saarbrücken edge back in front just about. Really exciting battle now. Oh, quick readjust. Force him into that split-second decision between forehand and backhand. Decided on the backhand. Made that just about work, but Kim Taehyun was in trouble from that moment forward. Big point that. Mühlhausen needed it. Crucially for them, they got it. 4-5. Looking a whole lot nicer than 3-6. Oh, that was brilliant from Darko Jorgic in the end, but he made it. Had the readjustment to make. Had to play defensive table tennis from way back. Just put forward. Waited for the error from Kim Taehyun, which duly arrived. 6-4. Make that 7-4. Now the world number 9, Jorgic, is in a strong position to level this and take this to a 5th set. Tiebreaker set in the Men's Champions League. That's how it is in this 5-set format. Jorgic and Saarbrücken can't afford to think ahead to that just yet, though. These next two serves from the racket of Kim Taehyun will be crucial in the last set. Managed to dispatch a couple of these points very quickly. Can he do it again here? There's one. Oh, crucial for Jorgic to the rally. Played himself into it, defended. And again, for frustration from Kim Taehyun because he's not making Jorgic 8-6. Jorgic still showing signs of frustration that he's not finding his rhythm. He's got to keep his head here because it remains 8-7 with Darko Jorgic on serve, but the tension rising around the arena here. Brilliant table tennis in the European Table Tennis Union Men's Champions League semi-final. Second leg here. Big battle. Forehand of Jorgic. He chucks his racket away in disgust into the net. Forehand backhand duel actually come through today, but that becomes a whole lot more tangible and a whole lot more realistic if Kim Taehyun can take this in 4 against Darko Jorgic. Jorgic through the big point there at 9-8 now. The official statistics for points after a timeout. Oh, net cord found the courts. Clipped the table. Jorgic had to readjust. Set himself again. Got the footwork right and right as well. 10-8. Game points on the serve of Darko Jorgic. Could be a big moment. That timeout at 8-8. Chopped backhand. Defensive play from Kim Taehyun, but it didn't work. It was a forehand chop, sorry. In the end, it was the backhand that led it. Couldn't get over it. It was a half-hearted shot, really, from Kim Taehyun. Didn't know what to do with it. Came in towards the body, and he just knocked it up and away. And we will indeed be going to a 5th set. Jorgic managed to right himself just when it mattered. Level at 8-all in the 4th set there. Took the next 3 points, as is so often the case. Used the timeout brilliantly. Perfect effect for Saarbrücken Table Tennis Club. We're going to a 5th. Which one of these two players will come through at 3-2? Still crucially important for Postsportverein Mühlhausen and Kim Taehyun in the complex of this Men's Champions League semi-final. From a neutral perspective, you could say that Postsportverein Mühlhausen might be the team that you want to win it. From the home fans' perspective and from the fans of Saarbrücken Table Tennis Club's perspective, they will absolutely be backing Darko Jorgic, the 24-year-old Slovenian, to come through 3-2 in the first game, just as he did in leg 1. Chopped long from Kim, frustration from the Mühlhausen man. Notice he let that one get away from him. Got to force Darko Jorgic into playing more shots and making more errors. He's got him uncomfortable. Can't allow him back into the game. Big shout from Kim Taehyun. He needed that and he took it. Biding his time, played the counter. Full strength, looping forehand. Went for the speed loop, lower and faster. Rushed it forward to take the point. Found that into the body, Jorgic. Just not quite enough on the serve. Wasn't too much wrong with it from Jorgic, but it just sat up and it was well read. That anticipation from Kim Taehyun, and he was able to just push it back towards the body to lead 2-1 with the serve in hand. This could be a crucial one. Goes for a lower toss, tentative rally. But look at the reaction of Kim Taehyun. He knows how important that was. Both players, just before they committed to that, Kim Taehyun pounced, and it's 1-3 with Jorgic serving. Great shot across the table. Found the angle, opened up the forehand, got the side spin on it to take it out, well out of the reach of Darko. And it's 4-1 now. What a big moment this could be in the fifth set. If Kim Taehyun can take this across the line. Not quite match point just yet, but he's looking commanding in the driving seat. It's just long from Darko Jorgic. Silence around the arena. Took them a second to realise what that meant. And what it meant is that Kim Taehyun and Postsportverein Mühlhausen lead 5-1 in this tiebreak fifth set. Big pressure on Darko Jorgic and Saarbrücken. Oh, that might be the best rally we've seen so far. To do it at this moment as well. Jorgic that time forcing Kim Taehyun. Both players adapted brilliantly. Big looping strokes. Saarbrücken hang on for now. 5-2, Kim Taehyun serving. Will he go lower again? He will. Opens it up, and there's an open court table for Darko Jorgic. Just blocks the backhand back. Taehyun Kim gave it everything to try and win it by going down the line, but Darko Jorgic read it. Jorgic able to just put it away into the open table, and he's back in this. 3-5. Taehyun Kim on the brink. Again, Jorgic coming through a crucial point. Kim Taehyun's defense kept him in the rally a little bit longer. What a big point this is for both players mentally. Kim Taehyun serving at 5-4 in the fifth. He's done it, Darko Jorgic. 4 in a row for Saarbrücken at the most crucial moment. Listen to the crowd now, really getting into this. Back level Jorgic. Kim Taehyun will be wondering where those 4 points slipped away. Next one goes the way of Jorgic as well. Crucial celebrations here as well, crucial moments, and a big celebration on the point. He is going to make Kim Taehyun the effect of this one. Well, unbelievable stuff. What a blow for Postsportverein Mühlhausen. Kim Taehyun on the brink for so long. Darko Jorgic takes it with 5 points on the spin. Just when you thought you could predict it. Well, table tennis teaches us better. Really incredible stuff from game one there. Can we top that in the rest of this ETTU Men's Champions League semi-final second leg? Darko Jorgic drinking in the moment. What a moment it was too. 6-5 in the fifth set from 5-1 down.